Today, I'm letting these three wheels decide what car I have to turn into a drift car. The year, the type of car, and my entire budget are completely out of my control. And let's just say this is probably the last car I would have picked for myself. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 6, and today we're starting a brand new challenge where I have absolutely no control over what I'm building. I've got three wheels. The first one decides the air, the second one decides the type of car, and the third one decides how much money I actually have to build it. And whatever these wheels give me, I have to turn into a drift car. I can't just re-roll because I don't like the result. Whatever we land on is what I'm sticking with. And at the end of this video, we're gonna take it up to the mountain and see if I can actually make it drift. So let's start off with the era. So it looks like the wheel stopped on 2015 to 2019. That's a good start. I was kind of hoping it'd be slightly older, but I can work with that. All right, so now we know what era we're in, but we still don't know what we're driving. So let's spin this wheel and decide the type of car. Come on, just don't give me a truck. Don't give me a truck, come on. Okay, we got supercar, which might be an issue because I don't have that much money. Hopefully I have a supercar already in my collection. If you guys like this challenge and want me to keep doing this, by the way, drop a like down below, and next time, hopefully it can be a car that I can actually have some money to buy it with. But the last and final wheel is the most important wheel, and that is how much money do I actually have to build the car? All right, let's get it spinning. Come on, give me a decent budget. Decent budget, come on, come on. $150,000, I can definitely build a drift supercar with that amount of money. All right, so now you know the first thing we gotta do is come over here to my cars and try to figure out if I even have a car that's between these year models. So it's gotta be between a 2015 and a 2019, and it's gotta be supercars. So that's definitely gonna be modern supercars. Where's it at? There we are. All right. 2015 to 2019. And I don't have any that are in that. So we gotta go shopping. All right, let's go to the auto show first and see what we can find. Hopefully there's something that I can actually afford. Okay, so we actually have a pretty good couple of them. There's definitely some that I could not afford. As you see, I only have $420,000, and these are definitely gonna be out of my price range for a lot of them. Ooh, oh, so close, but I would be flat broke. What can we use? There's a 2010. That's out of the price range. That's 2023. I could do a Porsche, but that seems, kind of standard. I think, honestly, my best option is probably a GTR. So what do you say we go with the 2017 GTR R35 for $115,000? I think that's the perfect base for us. All right, let's purchase this bad boy. And then, as you know, we have $150,000 to build the car with. I'm not going to include it into the budget as far as like buying the car itself, but if you want me to do that in the future, let me know down below and we'll do that. Okay, so the first thing I always personally like to do is do like the body kit and handling stuff first, and then I do the engine last, but that's just on me. So first things first, it's all-wheel drive. I am not a fan of all-wheel drive drifting, so we're gonna do rear-wheel drive for the first amount of money, which is 10K. Let's see how we're sounding stock. Okay, that sounds good. And we're already at 565 horsepower, so honestly, we might not even need to do anything with the engine, which if we didn't got to, that'd be great. But let's see what kind of spoilers we got. Is it just me, or am I a fan of the small spoilers too? I like that more than anything. I don't like the big wings on them. It's not really much here. Looks like we're gonna have to go with that. All right, now we have our differential. Always, if we're doing a drift build, throw that in there. Race drive line, of course. and a drift transmission. Remember, this challenge isn't about speed, it's just about if we can drift or not. So, and stay tuned in this video because I will be going over how I like to tune my cars. Now, I don't like to do the chassis reinforcement because it usually adds too much weight. So we're just going to max out all of these. Now for the springs and dampers, I always pick the drift springs and dampers. That's just me though. Brakes are very important, so you want to make sure you have the good brake pads on there, the best ones you can pick. Now this one, like I said, is pretty good already, so we really don't need to do too much. I want to increase the flywheel and the cooling, as well as the intercooler. Now I kind of like the stock exhaust, so we're just going to keep that. Upgrade the fuel system a little bit. Ignition, yeah, we'll throw in a little bit better of an ignition as well. Alrighty, now let's check out some wheels. First things first though, in the tire compound, I personally like the drift tires. You don't have to do that. The semi-slicks are also pretty good, but I personally just like the drift tires. I'm not trying to beat anybody or anything like that. So, but I always also too like to have my front tire width a little bit thicker than my rears. It's just, it could be a personal preference, but that's just kind of how I like it. So I have 305 in the rear. Oh yeah, also too, I would like to tell you that I like to keep my front tires the largest on the car. So I have 285s in the fronts, and then, oh well, looks like the smallest we can go is 285 in the rear. So we'll have to work with that. Now, as far as rims go, I'm not gonna be worried about making it too realistic, just kind of go off a style choice. So I think I'm gonna go with these. I kind of like the deep dish look personally. And as far as the size, definitely gonna go with some big rims. I will say on my classic cars though, I like to make my classic cars look more classic, you know, like size 16, size 17 rims, like, you know, the normal ones. Go ahead and max out the camber on front and rear, as you see right there. And she's got a nice little stance to her already. Now, as you see, we have the budget. We've maxed out already basically everything we could on this car. Didn't really have too many options, so 70,900 is not bad. Let's see if I can maybe increase it even more or something. There we go. I managed to spend about 50 grand more, so now we're at 107. I think that's pretty good. Now real quick, before we go ahead and start driving it, let's go to custom tuning, and I won't even make y'all wait for another video. I'll show you how I like to tune my drift builds, and you guys let me know if you have a better tune yourself. Now I like to keep the fronts a little bit more than the rears. I like to have that rear have a little less PSI, not by much, just a little bit. Gearing, I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how the gearing is for it, but I'm just gonna leave it here for now. Now this is the important thing. The front camber is always -5 degrees, with the rear -1.5. You can also zero it out if you would like, but I always take my front toe and put it out 0.5, and then I always like to take the rear and bring it in -0.5. And I always keep my front caster angle 7 degrees high, always. Now anti-roll bars, I personally like to take these and drop these all the way down to 15 and 10. So I like to have 10 at the bottom and 15 right up top, or as close as you can get. Springs, I always take my rear springs and drop them all the way to the bottom, and then I like to keep this one about 50 to 80, you know, pounds more. So we'll do it about right there. Ride height, always keep it as low as possible unless you just like to ride high or something. But for the rebound stiffness, I take the rear and I like to drop this to right at about 4, and then I like to bring the front to about 9. Whatever these top two numbers are, I like to half it down here. So I'll grab this and bring this to 2. Now, whatever your top numbers are, I like to half it at the bottom. So if that's the case, this would be 2, and this would be 4.5, just like that. Now arrow, if you do have any arrow, pull it all the way to speed, because you want to try to come out as fast as possible in those corners. And now my braking force balance, I like to do it anywhere between 55 and 65 to the front, and the pressure I like to pull up to about 105 as well. last but not least is the differential. I like to bring both numbers maxed out at 100%, basically like a welded diff. But that was the drift build, so let's go take it outside and see how she drives. All right guys, we're here on the mountain, so hopefully this will go well. If you see the build right here, not too bad. So hopefully we can get down all in one piece. But if you weren't curious about my wheel, by the way, it is the Moza R3, and I just have a generic sim handbrake. But if any racing sim companies out there watching this, I would love to do a review for you guys. Anyway, enough of that, let's get down there. First impressions, definitely a little squirrely. Oh no. Okay, so this thing is definitely spinning out. That's for sure. Woohoo. It's definitely got some power in the rear. She likes to spin. Woo-hoo-hoo. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. No, I lost the drift. Don't lose the points. Go, go, go. See, I'm new to this whole sim drifting thing, so my apologies. But it's definitely a lot funner than using a controller, I'll tell you that much. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just copying what I see on YouTube. I feel like Adam LZ. Oh yeah, she was running. Let's try to fix it just a little bit though, and see about the rear real quick. We're gonna try to drop the tire pressure just a little bit. I tell you what, how about we actually bring the rear tire pressure up and also bring the front up just a little bit more, like to 38 and then 32.5. See how that is. And also I noticed earlier on the differential, it only had the rear. So I'll have to check that later in another video. But let's see if we can make it up one more time and then we'll get out of here. All right, wish me luck. Oh yeah. I can't wait to get a VR headset, because doing this in VR would be so crazy. Oh no, 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 no. Keep going, keep going. Ugh. Oh. The world's best Forza Horizon 6 drifter. You've seen it. You can't deny greatness. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh. I'm telling you right now, if this was real life, I'd be shitting my pants. I have plans to eventually buy one in real life and actually turn my channel into like a car drifting channel. I think that'd be so cool. Ugh. I think maybe next time for my budget, I'll actually make the car's price part of the budget. So, because if I would have done that, I would have only been able to spend like 35 grand on this car. And that would have been a whole lot harder. It's also a race to get up to the top of the hill because my camera's got like 3% left on it. Quite literally. No. No. Rewind for a second. We're gonna finish getting up here. Well, at least we got up here. Well, guys, that was my very first Forza Horizon 6 video. I think it did okay. You guys let me know down below what I should improve on, and let me know if I need to do more Forza Horizon 6 videos, or maybe even some Beam NG. With that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, slap that thumbs up. Sub if you're new and you haven't subbed already, because I'm dropping videos weekly on stuff just like this. And I'll catch you on the next one. I love y'all.